On March 16, 2025, a team of Italian researchers, including Corrado Malanga and Armando May, released data from their satellite-based radar study of the Khafre Pyramid on the Giza Plateau. What they found is truly astonishing. Using advanced synthetic aperture radar, or SAR, technology from Capella Space and Umbra, they uncovered internal and subterranean structures that extend more than 648 meters below the Earth's surface. That's deeper than most skyscrapers are tall. These aren't random voids. They're intelligently arranged systems of chambers, shafts, and geometries that are part of something much larger and possibly much older than previously understood. And this is just the beginning. Already the implications are seismic. Here are the top 10 mind-blowing discoveries beneath the Khafre Pyramid and why they might reshape everything we knew about ancient Egypt, consciousness, and even ourselves. Number 10. The Z structures inside Khafre, within the upper interior of the pyramid, just above the so-called Belzoni's chamber. 5 mysterious structures have been identified. These are being referred to as Z structures, due to their resemblance to the enigmatic forms found inside the Great Pyramid of Khufu. The symmetry and repetition of these 5 Zs suggest deliberate design. They echo similar patterns found above the king's chamber in Khufu's pyramid, reinforcing the idea that the builders were applying consistent architectural principles, or perhaps energetic ones, across the plateau. These forms may hold energetic significance. They're not burial chambers. They're engineered shapes, and we're just beginning to understand their purpose. Number 9. Geometric connections. One of the most compelling discoveries is that these 5 Z structures are linked. According to SAR imaging from multiple satellite angles, geometric passageways connect them in precise alignments. And these aren't collapsed tunnels or natural seams in the rock. They're straight-line corridors with angular precision. Implication? These are not isolated chambers. They are components in a single functional system. We're looking at sacred geometry with intent, architecture with meaning. This is not random. This is intelligent design. Number 8. Multi-level internal chambers. Each Z structure revealed in the radar imaging contains 5 horizontal levels. Not only that, but each has a slope or angled roof. So what does that tell us? That these were built for a specific purpose. Some believe the shape facilitates resonance or energy flow. Others see these levels as stages, perhaps symbolic, perhaps functional, of a larger metaphysical or technological system. Whatever they're meant for, they weren't meant for the dead. Number 7. Vertical shafts beneath the pyramid. What lies beneath the Khafre Pyramid is even more extraordinary. Radar revealed 8 vertical shafts, cylindrical in form, descending straight down from beneath the pyramid's base. These shafts are aligned in 2 parallel rows, running north to south. Each one is identical in shape, and they plunge 648 meters into the earth, deeper than most skyscrapers are tall. The precision and symmetry suggest that this wasn't simply to support the pyramid's weight. These shafts are functional, and what they were designed to do remains one of the biggest questions of all. Number 6. Spiral pathways. Adding another layer of mysteries, these vertical shafts are not just simple tubes. Surrounding each one is a spiral descent, a helical ramp that coils around the cylindrical core like a double helix. These spiral paths suggest mobility, that people or something else was meant to move downward, possibly in a ritualistic or energetic process. The spiral, of course, is a sacred form found throughout nature, mathematics, and ancient symbolism. Was this symbolic? Was it practical? Or was it both? Number 5. The cubic structures. At the very bottom of those vertical shafts, researchers found something truly astonishing. 2 massive cubes. Each of these subterranean blocks is approximately 80 meters on all sides. That's the size of a city block, and they're buried, side by side, hundreds of meters beneath the Giza Plateau. These don't resemble anything from dynastic Egypt. They don't match the known cultural or religious motifs of the time, and they certainly don't appear to be natural formations. Some theorize they could be vaults, memory chambers, or energy conductors. Whatever they are, they were meant to be hidden, and they were meant to last. Number 4. The Giza Network. This isn't just about the Khafre Pyramid. The radar imagery appears to show subterranean structures extending beyond it. beneath the pyramids of Khufu and Menkaure as well. Together, these formations might represent a 2-kilometer-long complex of chambers, tunnels, and unknown architecture. What if the pyramids aren't standalone monuments at all, but part of a unified system, synchronized across time and space for a purpose we've only just begun to imagine? Number 3, the technology behind the discovery. Now, what makes these discoveries even more remarkable is the way that they were made. All of this information came from above, from space-based SAR systems developed by Capella Space and Umbra. This method is non-invasive, public, and replicable. We're no longer waiting on exclusive archaeological access to unlock the secrets of ancient sites. Now, with the right data and tools, the truth is visible to anyone willing to look. This changes the game. Number 2, implications for ancient technology. When I stood in front of these pyramids, I didn't feel like I was looking back in time. I felt like I was standing at the threshold of a forgotten future. Everything about their design, the sacred geometry, the star alignments, the resonance suggests knowledge that we've only begun to rediscover. These aren't tombs, they were energy systems. And now we have data to support it. And what if these structures are just one part of something even larger? Something the master of the key once described in a conversation with Whitley Strieber, as recounted in a recent article on Unknown Country. Whitley asked him, "What is prayer?" And the response was this: a lost science of communication. This planet was once covered by a gigantic instrument of communication and ascension. Tones were important to inducing a correct flow of energy in the bodies of creatures. The ringing of the Egyptian obelisks set the correct frequency. Using this instrument, human beings could project themselves into higher worlds and what you call interstellar space, but also a higher space. If this is true, then what lies beneath the Khafre pyramid isn't just architecture, it's infrastructure. Infrastructure for interdimensional awareness. The obelisks weren't decorations, they were tuning forks. The pyramids weren't monuments, they were resonant nodes in a universal machine, a subtle machine, a machinery of the divine. Number 1, what happens next? Well, there's more to come. The research team has promised further releases, and we expect additional layers of the subterranean world to be revealed. So far, the Egyptian authorities have not responded publicly, and that silence may speak volumes. We are witnessing something truly historic. A long-buried truth is rising to the surface, and with it, a new understanding of who we are and who we could be again. These pyramids weren't built to glorify death. They were built to activate life, planetary life, conscious life, maybe even interdimensional life. They were engineered to last, and now they are revealing themselves, not just through intuition, but through data. What if the ancients weren't less advanced than us, but more? What if the real purpose of the pyramids was never to store something, but to remind us of something? As Whitley Strieber wrote in his March 21st, 2025 article, Reflections on These Revelations, he said, "When we lost our fundamental connection to the sacred, we also began to see ourselves as outside of it, which is when what we now call prayer evolved, as a plea to return to the heights of soul from which we have fallen. Everything we need to know might already be built. All we have to do is remember." If you want to dig deeper, I highly recommend The Key by Whitley Strieber. It's a profound journey into consciousness and the buried. Don't forget to subscribe, share your thoughts in the comments, and stay tuned. This is just the beginning, folks.